Cool. So yeah, it's just we're playing an open G, sounds like that. A good way to check your tuning is to do a 12th fret harmonic. Like there, I can tell my first string is a little flat. Let's see, a bit fade away. We drop both of them. We do drop D, and then use our G string to tune down. So let's just like look at that. Yeah, I just like intuitively went right to E. Haven't done that. So here's how far I'm tuning. Like a half time around, not 32 times or what. So you can kind of just do it decisively and make sure you're still hitting the strings. Same thing. And then you can use the third fret rather, to fine tune your first string if you want to. Or instead of E, it's D. And then we're doing the same exact thing that we did. Using our third string, 1, 2, 3, the G string, to tune A down to G. So yeah, I'm gonna go out of G chords like G, B, D, G, either D or B, G. So G's, B's, and D's. Oh, we got there, open G. Cool. So yeah, we're kind of just like, before you try to play the song, go to whatever fret feels the most comfortable for you, which for most people is somewhere like in the 5th, 7th fret area or whatever, and just get both hands in good position, like, right hand, not like this or whatever, just kind of normal, relaxed, and, we'll be in the position this song starts in, which is the most common one, which is your 3 fingers on 1, 2, and 3. And in open G, your thumb's going to be on the 5th string a lot, because that's the root, that's G. Like when I'm playing this song, you'll hit the... so anyway, so just play some notes, and I'm doing vibrato because I can't not, and so just whatever, don't worry about vibrato. For what it's worth, if you do attempt it, we're just looking for sustain. There are times where people go like, or something, but mostly, it's this little tremor in your hand that you're going to start to do subconsciously every time you do a long tone, but for now, we're good with just that, so yeah, just like try playing, notes on all the strings you have a finger for. Just slide 2 frets. We're literally atop the fret, not between them. We're not pushing down. We're just touching the string. Your thumb's never going to be above here. That's when I'm on all 6 strings. So, and that's the lowest we ever go when we're playing fretted. So that means you're going to be in spots like, this is where you're going to be when you're on 3 strings. Your thumb moves with the rest of your hand. It's just there for a little added guidance. You can do this and be accomplishing the same thing. The only time our thumb stays in place is if we're literally going like, just like there and back really quickly. But otherwise, it just cruises around. It's all shoulder element. There's no risk to it. It just moves up and down and laterally. So kind of think of this whole thing as your slide. It seemed like meeting with your middle finger was intuitive for you. Just be sure your index finger is relaxed. There's not a lot of tension in it. It'd be ideal if it was on the fretboard, but as long as anything's touching, we're getting rid of that. So, awesome. So just stop and play some notes. And there's 2 bad sounds that are going to occur. There's, which is either you're pushing down too hard, or believe it or not, everything is going to be a function of the amount of tilt. Because you're aware you're not trying to push down pretty quickly, that's going to stop happening. So, if that happens, it means you just need to kind of bring your knuckles out into this nice uncomfortable position. Your thumb's going to want to creep up and stuff, but that's not what's up. We're in a position like if you were playing a minor 7 bar chord or whatever, how it'd be impossible to do that in any other position. Or any bar chord for that matter. So yeah, just playing some notes and shit. And then the other bad sound is, like I didn't quite get the string. So that's the same problem. There I'm not quite touching the string, and that'll happen on not the first string, but the other strings. Like if you're in too far this way, and you go to play the 3rd string, it's like that, the answer is the same thing. Thumb down, knuckles out, thumb down, knuckles out. The answer to pretty much everything that's going to go wrong at this point is like just get into that nice uncomfortable position where you're out in front of the instrument. Anyway, cool. So just play some notes. Actual song. so before we try doing that, let's just do the right hand part. We've never had to do anything like this in our life before. So you're going and get into thumb on the extended position, because technique's going to be more important than ever now, because we have to stay really close to the strings. It's more like we're on the strings, hitting stuff, as opposed to the way fretted playing goes, where it's like we're just hovering above them. We're literally on them, picking what we need to. So yeah, this is going to go ring, put it back and keep it back, middle, put it back and keep it back. So just do that a few times without worrying about the rhythm, and just... So take as long, just like seriously don't worry about the rhythm, and then add the slide to it. So if I did that with a pick, it would sound like... So there we are, that's what we use our fingers. Anyway, so there's what we're doing there. Just literally dampen, dampen, dampen. Be sure you go on to the far side of the frets, like the thing with 2 dots, you're going to be over here, not in the middle, or so it's a fretless instrument now, it's up to you. So then the next one's the same exact thing, but it's got the... So just zooming in on that, that's just middle finger, put it back, middle finger. So yeah, if I did that with the pick, it would go... We'd hear the slide backing up, whereas we're just trying to hear... Yeah, so yeah, pick, put it back, pick. And then just open strings, ring, then the thing you were just doing, do that a couple times. And there's the next thing, which is, you'll already be good at going at this point, so going won't seem as difficult, or really get good at the first drift. And we're just doing the melody note parts right now on purpose. So you're gonna notice this, but before we try to add that, you're just gonna get good at going. Cool, so there you go, get good at that. Super slow, out of rhythm, guitar, gross rate less dance steps. So then, we go. And then big sweeping motion down to there where we hit thumb, and 3rd fret and open. So yeah, like when you're sliding to the 3rd fret, you're going to take off from like around the 1st fret. It's tough to get all the way back to 2 frets, though we do actually play 1st fret in this song. So yeah, it's just like, just be sure you're actually sliding from somewhere, that there's a lateral movement. So there we go, so just boom, boom. And then, so then the first times you actually try that, just like let there be like a, just really focus on this. And just like take forever to get to there, and be sure, just move your entire arm. It's all shoulder, elbow. It's everybody's tendency to kind of like want to change at the 3rd fret. It's first position. Everybody kind of tries shit like this at first on slide, but yeah, it's just the same exact thing. There we go. So. And there, I even had some backup mistakes. So yeah, get really good at that, and be okay with it if you have to pause in between. That's a big movement, but it's good because it'll get you. You'll already be in the right juxtaposition, and then move there in the right juxtaposition rather than starting to riff here. So that's the one thing that's cool about this song teaching-wise here. So reminder, you're only on about 3 or 4 strings here, which means your thumb's gonna be way the fuck down here. Then when you move to the 5th string, it'll go to like more of the traditional where you're used to it, from bar chords, the highest it ever goes to fretted playing. Cool, so that's like section, definitely just getting good at going. Cool, and then he does, anyways, the section, then he goes, same as the first one, and then he does this. So let's, we're about to do the same type of shit we were just doing at the 3rd and 5th fret. So just do some like 3rd fret and 5th fret. Just like, be sure your whole arm moved down there, and, just kind of get a feel for playing here. It's the exact same thing you're doing up here. We're just over there. Your elbow ideally will have moved with it. If you keep your elbow pinned against your body, it's going to feel a lot more difficult. So your whole arm, ideally your elbow's never pinned against your body. Though if you're up at these frets, it's okay. Pull up, move shoulder and elbow, not just elbow. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna go. And the first string's the least forgiving of all the strings, so we're still on 3 strings total. So this is I'm at the 3rd fret, I slide to the 5th fret, I back up, and then pull off. As long as it's 2 decisive movements, the pull off will ring out. Even if you're going really slow, it's really easy to get pull off. You slide the metal pulling off. It's easier with these. You don't have to do any. If I was just trying to do the minimum, anything but move just directly away from the instrument, it's still totally gonna sound cleanly. So yeah, but you can't do this. You can do it with long pauses, but they have the notes will kind of fizzle out. So just as opposed to just I'm here, now I'm here, then I'm there. 3 distinct movements versus something like that. So yeah, that's probably the most difficult thing in the song. And then we just go, which is the exact same thing you were doing when you were going as far as your left hand's concerned, and we're just on the 1st string. So this is just 1 single pick. It's tempting to do a pull off there subconsciously, but yeah, so just no, and we dampen the 1st string, we're done with it. And we go 3rd fret to 1st fret, which is not that common, but then we're done with that string. And then we're going to go index finger, and exactly the same as our just on the G string, the 3rd string. Boom, boom. So yeah, let's go section 1, section 2, and that's you really have to dampen after, otherwise it'll sound really bad if the B sounds. So yeah. The whole that's more difficult than the next 18 licks, but it's a good whatever. You can do it slowly. You don't need to be able to play that fast. Section. Then we switch to I'm in the 2nd most common position, which is not 1, 2, and 3, but 2, 3, and 4, in the middle. Everything but these 2 strings. Since we're playing that bass note, and we do it's like a hammer on, and it's just the thing is the slide. You have to kind of move laterally a little bit. It's gonna be you take off I don't know, 1/8 of an inch before the 2nd fret, move in laterally. And this could be thumb, index when you're right hand. Just be sure you're in the actual 4 middle strings position. So there we go. And then we're doing, what is it? So yeah, slide to the 5th. This is all index finger picking. So it's just here, hit it again, and then just. So yeah, if you do that slowly, it really shouldn't be difficult. Things that might happen is it'd be if it's not sounding, so down, knuckles out, that's the answer to everything. You might be hearing overtones from the 6th string. Ideally, our thumb would be touching the 6th string right now. There's my thumb. I'm not thinking of it, and that's another thing with slide is sometimes you'll be laying your thumb across multiple strings to dampen while you do stuff up here. But either way, yeah, your thumb should be making contact with the 6th string if you're in good position. Meaning not like this or something, but literally just normal position. Let me just let's chill for a sec. Finish. Hey, how's it going? I am just finishing my last lesson here about 3 minutes or something.
Okay, I'll be outside.
Thank you. Cool. So and then we've got one more, which is the exact same thing we did on the 1st string. Dampen. So yeah, what I'm saying about it right hand here is that if you're doing this correctly, your thumb is going to be in a position where if you're on the 5th string, you're touching the 6th string, and that's going to dampen all the these overtones that are ringing out from your slide being up too high, which we're just going to be okay with this time. Ideally you'd just be on the 5th string and above, but that's something you're just going to mess up this time. So yeah, that's us. Being in good position really matters here. And generally, if I was just resting my thumb on this string, it would be touching the 6th string, whether I was playing fretted, cheddar, or whatever. So and that's just like our what we do voice. So all the stuff after goes. That's what we got up to. Here's everything. Excuse me.